Okay. Yeah, okay. It's the recording has started. Yeah, I think we can start off now. So welcome everyone to TezAsia Hackathon 2022. Before we actually start first, I would like to invite for Om and Puri to actually give their opening comments or statements on TezAsia Hackathon.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Thanks everyone for being here. And this is TezAsia 2022. TezAsia is an Asia-wide hackathon where we try to help a lot of help developers to get in a room, brainstorm ideas, and develop some unique projects on top of Tezos blockchain. And during this entire journey, it's a month-wide log hackathon. We will give more idea about this. We try to really sit down with each and every individual developer and help them hone their skills and help them hone their Tezos skills specifically. And I'm really glad the kind of response we have received for TezAsia 2022. We have had amazing opening of the hackathon, and I'm pretty sure we are going to have amazing ending of this hackathon as well. So I'm going to share a little bit about Tezos. Like TezAsia is a hackathon primarily focused toward Tezos, and Tezos is one of the leading and one of the most innovative blockchain, which has been running proof of stake since 2018. And lately, if you are on Twitter, if you are seeing, all the socials mentions that are going on, Tezos has been super popular. And even in last 3 days, the kind of volumes we are seeing, even on NFT side, have been even higher than very established marketplaces as well. And the kind of innovation that is going on is truly groundbreaking, be it about scaling, be it about proof of stake, be it about on-chain governance, or be it about deploying rollups without multisig, for example, right? And these kind of innovation that is happening in the Tezos ecosystem also need that is happening on protocol layer need similar kind of innovation on the application side as well. And that's why the idea like TezAsia we try to organize so that more and more developers can try to first of all get familiar with such a cool technology that Tezos is, and then can try to can try to build applications that can scale, applications that can be secure, and applications that can already leverage a huge large user base that exists specifically in terms of an NFT side, and can deploy application that can grow an entirely new kind of user base in various different segments. So I guess that was a little bit about Tezos, and I'm very excited to see what are the projects that we are going to see. I already know some of them are pretty cool, and I'm really grateful to all the judges who are here. Thanks a lot for taking time from your busy schedule and being here to help and guide all the budding entrepreneurs who are going to present their projects. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing that, Om. So I won't take much time because I understand that it's a long demo. The only reason being that we had got so many good projects and we just wanted to be fair. So this time we kept 10 projects, unlike 5 projects last year. I still remember when we came up with this idea of doing TezAsia, like a Asia specific hackathon last year, and we were not sure if we are going to get like a lot of teams from different regions. And surprisingly, this time we've got teams from Switzerland, Indonesia, and it's been tremendous. Like, it was very difficult for us to do the screening. There were so many projects, and that's why we had to shift the demo so that you, the judges here, the exceptional inputs that a lot of students are waiting for today from you, like could get to see like the best projects in all the various tracks. We have the students have touched upon the NFT, gaming, DeFi, everything this year. And thanks to Om for sharing a lot of ideas. That I'm sure helped the students to build upon. A special mention for mentors who were there all the time throughout the hackathon, hand-holding these people and telling them what works, what doesn't, through their experience in the ecosystem. And I believe that this was an amazing ecosystem. So this is just the start of the journey for all the students who are going to present today. Thank you, judges, for being here today. And without further ado, I hand it over to Brian to get the discussion started.
Okay, I would like to, to give you a bit of context on what TezAsia Hackathon is, or what we already have built on it. What we have delivered or what we have known is that there are actually 4,000 participants that actually registered for this hackathon, and there were 70 viable projects that were created in this whole hackathon. So we selected the best 10 projects for demo day, which you will see their presentation afterwards. And then then we and this whole hackathon will be about more or less about 100,000 in USD as for prizes for grabs. And these are the tracks that you will actually see what these projects are trying to deliver. It can be from DeFi, NFT, and gaming. I won't go through them, in terms of explaining them, but these are the tracks that you can afford to see in the 10 different projects that you will be seeing afterwards. And these are the teams that we as well, we went to categorize them into small and to small but great kind of projects that these teams can deliver. And also on the disruptive team that were that projects has created such a disruptive projects into the markets, or as a protocol or project itself. And so this actually would be the list of the judges that are here today for the participants. And I would like to go on to the next one, which so now, because there are actually 10 teams that will be presenting today. So and this is a list of the 10 teams that you will see around. So, and then the demographics of these 10 teams are that 8 teams are from India and 2 teams are from Singapore in Asia Pacific in general. And as what you can see, these are the teams there are 3 teams that are building on NFTs, about 3 teams that are building on DeFi track, and another 2 that are doing on tools and wallets. One is from gaming, and one is from it's like others. And so I would like to invite Ankit to actually to present on his project on protocol and SDK development for NFT based. Yeah. Okay. I think Ankit is not here yet, so we'll move on to MintIt first. Yeah. So I just stop sharing on my screen. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Team MintIt, the WhatsApp chatbot for the next million Tezos users. But first, what is the problem we are trying to solve? Well, aspiring artists may lack the means to participate in Tezos NFT market. This is because they may not know what a wallet is, what an NFT is, or for that matter, what crypto is. Furthermore, astonishingly, existing crypto users too find it daunting to participate, with an overwhelming 60% of cryptocurrency users having yet to interact with NFTs. Clearly, a radical solution is needed, built from the ground up for one thing: accessibility. But what should users access? Clearly, they will need a secure Tezos wallet. A simple NFT browser can help to introduce them and induct them into the world of NFT. And last but not least, the simplest NFT minting experience you can possibly imagine. We take all of these, combine it into MintIt, which makes participating in Tezos as simple as texting your friends. Why Tezos? Well, this is because it is efficient. It is eco-friendly, using only 10 households worth of power, but powering 100,000 transactions a day and growing fast. There are also hundreds of useful decentralized applications on Tezos. For WhatsApp, I believe it needs no introduction, with its 2 billion monthly active users and a flexible interface that some of you here even may have used. How simple does it get? Well, to get started in MintIt, you just select your key options, create or import your account, and you can start participating. Our user experience is a point of focus, as many users who are using MintIt might not have prior experience with the blockchain or Tezos. Therefore, we make it as uncomplicated as possible and give users step-by-step guided processes so they will not get lost and know what they are doing. How simple does it get? Let me show you. Say I want to connect to Object NFT Exchange. All I need to do is select Sync and then scan the QR code with MintIt. I send it to the WhatsApp bot, and voila, we get the allow or deny. Once we press allow, MintIt and Object, or whatever dApp you're using, can exchange information to perform operations on your behalf. We are compatible with almost all Tezos decentralized apps, as we support the ubiquitous, widely used Beacon SDK. Browsing NFTs is even simpler. Just open the NFT menu, select View Top NFTs, and you get a preview and link to the corresponding NFT. This makes it very simple to start exploring the world of NFTs. Now onto the crown jewel of our project, minting experience. You just select Create or Manage, create an NFT, and you get a series of textual prompts. You key in the name of the NFT, a description of what it is, the number of copies to create, along with an explanation, and the NFT file itself. Just like that, your NFT is minted, making it truly seamless. It is indeed as simple as texting your friends. Indeed, MintIt is your friend on the Tezos blockchain. We make it so simple that we pave the way for the next million digital artists to enter Tezos. And now on to a further demonstration of MintIt's awesome capabilities. To get an overview of my account, I simply type hi. Then I can select the functions available and browse them. Now I want to manage my NFTs, and I click send. I get a list of NFTs in my account, as well as actions such as listing them or deleting them. Now let's say I want to connect to a dApp. I click Pair Wallet and scan the QR code. I send it over, and MintIt does this so the user need not bother with the familiar process. All I need to do is tap allow, and just like that, they are connected. Let's say I now want to buy an NFT. Click on it, buy, confirm due diligence, and the request will be sent to MintIt, where once again, it is just a matter of allowing or denying the transaction. Click allow, and the NFT is now mine to enjoy, committed to the Tezos blockchain. But of course, we can connect with other apps as well, key of them being plenty. I select connect, pair wallet, and scan the QR again. However, QR scanning is an imperfect process, as we can see here. Therefore, we have provisions for that. Users can just paste the sync code, so they are not left without options. Just click allow, and once again, we are connected with the dApp. It is truly that simple to use MintIt. MintIt is truly your friend on the Tezos blockchain, one you can talk to through WhatsApp. Now, let's look at the past and the future of MintIt. We signed up for the hackathon, conceptualized it, conducted feasibility studies, and finalized and submitted the project itself in July. Then comes testing by mentors, after which we submitted the project itself. From December to early 2023, we could possibly advertise MintApp and seek potential partners. Partners for what? I hear you asking. Partners to share in our revenue. We could consider many possibilities, such as taking a percentage cut of revenue. However, we know that that might be unpopular. Therefore, a better option, which aims to create a win-win situation, is to advertise. We let users advertise and promote their NFTs in our search results. View top NFTs menu. Another exciting option is to sell Tez to users directly through WhatsApp. In India and Brazil, WhatsApp payments is widespread and ubiquitous. Allowing users to purchase Tez right through MintApp makes it even more seamless and easy to use. As for the team, I am Theodore, a student with 8 years of development experience. I'm very grateful to the mentors who tested MintApp and advised me on various aspects such as security. Thank you very much. MintApp is your friend on the Tezos blockchain, and I hope that we can serve you well. MintApp.
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation. And this is a 7 minutes presentation, and afterwards, we have a 3 minutes Q&A from the judges. I would like to invite all the judges to give their comments, and if you have any questions and answers for this project, you can actually speak here.
Yeah. Firstly, it's very cool. Thank you for taking us through it. I think it's a great idea. I love the simplicity of it. One question I had through your demo, when you minted an NFT, what contract is it using? Like, where exactly is this happening?
We have chosen to use the popular and widely adopted Hic-Agnum collection, as that is the simplest, and well, most users would probably be interested in minting on that.
Cool. That's great. I think, like, across the entire demo I've seen, I mean, this is a lot you've accomplished in the month you've had. I think there's some finesse there in the user experience to make that obvious and clear and a little bit more simple to understand that's what happened. But yeah, very cool.
Okay. Does any other judge wants to do the Q&A as well? Yeah.
Hi, thank you. Great presentation. And I think it's really good to see people innovating in ways to bring new users into systems. Like just this week, I've been trying to onboard people to understand how to use NFTs, and like install Phantom Wallet on Solana and copy paste this. And this is really important. You have to keep your secret. And it's really, really difficult to get right. So I think anything that can address that and make it a bit more human-centric is a great idea. I think the challenge that I've found with almost all conversational interfaces is that they're great for happy path, which is fine, like POC demos, etc. And your demo is fantastic, and I love the flow of the WhatsApp bot. I think it starts to break down as soon as you leave the happy path. So if someone's trying to mint an NFT, how do you know that they're going to go through the happy path, or like how do you handle breakdowns in the UX? And I think that's always the challenge with conversational interfaces. But aside from that, I think it's a great idea. Anything that you can do to get more, less technical users onto these platforms, just it increases the user base for everyone. So I think it's a great thing.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cutler. In fact, we are exploring the use of control sum, which is a state-of-the-art natural language processing library, which can actually process, fears from the happy path. As a chatbot, there will definitely be a lot of branching. Users might say unexpected inputs. So we did actually consider cases where this happens, but we have not had time to integrate it during the phase of the hackathon. I think that natural language processing can really help us here. And thank you for the question.
Well done.
Thank you, MintApp, and thank you for the judges for for your comments and your reviews as well. I would like to go on to the next team. So just let me. So it will be team BPN. Yeah, so team for BPN is or what we call them as Creon NFT, is a machine learning based generative and interactive NFT project itself. So I'd like to invite team BPN to come on stage to present.
Hi, is my screen visible and am I audible?
Yes, your screen is visible, and yes, we can hear you as well. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. We'll be starting soon. So hi, hello judges. Thank you for taking the time to come for our live demo. My name is Ho Chi, and with me I have Hui Xiang and Kevin. On behalf of Team VMP, we would like to present our project, Creon NFT. So these are the contents that we will be going through. And for the project, the problem statement, we did some market research and there were a few things about the NFTs available on the market that actually stood out to us. So first of all, this is really specific to generative NFTs, but most NFT collections out there have little to no user participation or engagement in their creation. And furthermore, there's also a lack of integration between the many different fields of technologies. So we got some inspiration from our project when we were exploring NFTs on OpenSea and came across a collection called Generative Dungeon. And we especially like the interactive aspect of it and wanted our project to have something like that, similar kind of idea. And also being AI nerds, we called the AI image generator Creon. So such image generators were optimal for our use case since we could include the ability for users to participate in terms of choosing the words while still maintaining the random aspect of generative NFTs. So therefore, we came to our solution, Creon NFT. And what makes Creon NFT special is the incorporation of NFTs that are both generative and interactive, yet still allows for user participation. Additionally, it also consists of the fusion of multiple fields of technologies, namely machine learning, Web3, as well as full stack web development. And from our research and understanding of the NFTs out there, there is yet to be another NFT marketplace or system that aims to do like the same as what we are trying to do here. And finally, before we get into our actual project idea, we'd like to explore why Tezos would be the best blockchain for us to build our project on. And other than the fact that Tezos is the host for the hackathon, which we are very grateful for, we also look out for other things like the low fees that Tezos provide. Furthermore, for our use case, which is in NFTs, we believe that Tezos has a vibrant, homegrown NFT community that will come to appreciate the unique style of NFTs that we will be bringing into the community. Now, I'll pass my time to Hui Xiang, who will continue by explaining our project's workflow.
Thanks, Ho Chi. Here are the key features of our project. First, our NFTs will be able to be viewed in a 360-degree panorama, enhancing the interactivity of our NFTs. Next, our NFTs are also generative in nature via text input from the user. Finally, our project also consists of the backend Creon AI model, which generates NFTs based on this text input from the user. With regards to how our NFT marketplace works, we've meticulously abstracted out the entire technical process so the front-end experience from the user's perspective is as seamless as possible. For the entire process of NFT generation, this is what the user sees. All that they have to do is to log on to the site, connect their wallet, generate and pick their 5 words to feed into the machine learning model, and voila, NFT generated. It really is as easy as ABC. Here's the unabstracted NFT generation process. In reality, many other software processes are actually happening behind the scenes, for which all the technicalities we won't be going into detail today. Similarly, even for just simply viewing the NFT, the entire process happening behind the scenes is extremely intricate and detailed. At the end of the day, all that the user sees is this. For NFT viewing, a simple 3-step process. Just click the NFT of the user's liking, click view more, and voila, 3D interactive NFT image in front of their very own eyes. Wow. Our entire tech architecture was orchestrated in an easily maintainable and easily scalable manner to deliver the dazzling front end and inner workings of our project within a short period of time. Our smart contracts are written in SmartPy, and our front end uses a combination of React, Tailwind, and 3JS to serve the 3D Creon NFTs. Our backend uses Node.js Express and IPFS for URL and NFT storage purposes. And now, here's the moment that we've all been waiting for, the working demo. The first video that we'll be showing is the entire NFT minting process. The user selects the 5 words that they wish to create their NFT with, and subsequently signs the transaction, as you can see over here. And that's all that the user needs to do. Most of the time, in fact, on creating the NFT is probably the waiting time in actually generating the NFT images and initiating the transaction itself. The second video that we'll be showing is the NFT viewing process. As aforementioned, all that the user needs to do is to navigate to the Discover page, click on the NFT of choice, wait for the NFT 3D image to load, then click Explore NFT, and wow, 3D NFT in front of their very own eyes. So what's in store next? What's the revenue model that we have in mind? I'll pass the stage to Kevin, who will be elaborating on our future plans.
Thanks, Lisa. So now we're going through how we intend to expand on Creon NFT. Our main priority is to enable greater functionality with Creon NFTs and to give our users greater ownership of the project. So we can see this through our revenue model. First, we have minting. We'll add a flat fee for minting as our first and main source of revenue. We will also have a paid user work submission service because enabling users to add words of their choice will give them a say in the development of the project as well. Next, what we want to do is build a marketplace for the Creon NFTs. So this function will be accompanied with a rarity system to enable users to understand how rare the words of their prompt are. We'll implement 2 fees here, a listing fee and a trading fee. Lastly, we'll host monthly contests. Now these are voting-based popularity contests where users can register by paying a fee. We'll give prize amounts to the 5 most popular NFTs, and this is of course decided by the votes of users on the platform. So with this, we have 3 main sources of revenue, which leverage on the uniqueness of our Creon NFTs and encourages engagement not just with our platform, but also among one another as NFT collectors. Let's take a look at what we achieved so far. We began work in July, starting with brainstorming ideas and conceptual design. Afterwards, we worked on our user interface and smart contract, merged our front end, back end, integrated together with IPFS, and finally submitted our product on August 12th. So what's next? Right now, we're in mid-August. The next step for us is to release our platform for beta testing by users and work on an NFT marketplace. And slowly we'll push out the rest of our features such that we can release on mainnet by January 2023. And this roadmap will of course be carried out by us, Team VMP. Please give Creon NFT a try, and we hope you enjoy Creon NFTs as much as we had fun working on this project. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you so much, Team BMP, for the immersive 360 and NFT marketplace. I would like to invite the judges here to give their reviews and their comments on this project as well. Yeah.
Again, thank you so much for taking us through this. I think I need to understand the flow a little bit better. So I'm a user and I go to this marketplace and I have the ability to mint my own NFT based on any word I come up with or from words that you offer.
Right now for the UX experience, it's actually via the word list that we offer, since we don't want them to actually input any random words that they have in mind. So it's a word list for now.
It's a word list. Okay, great. And that's using those words to generate, using AI, images on the background, and these will be unique?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, then I own the rights to the image I've generated.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, cool. So then it's my NFT to sell. Okay, great. So essentially it's allowing users to create NFTs based on words that they can then sell. How do you think value will be ascribed to the NFTs if they're so easy to create?
I think the main catch of our NFTs is the rarity system that we'll be implementing. Since the words that they'll be inputting into the machine learning model is it will actually be tiered based on a rarity system. So certain words will actually appear more like less often than other words. And this rarity system will artificially inflate the value of those words, of those NFTs that are created using more rare, rarer words.
Cool. Will I pay for using the rare words, or will I earn them over time? How's that going to work? Or is it totally random when I go to Mint?
Sorry,
actually, for now, it'll be. Sorry. Actually, for right now, as of now, our project is the words are totally random. But as mentioned by Kevin earlier, there will be kind of like a paid user word submission service in the future. So based on the words that they want to input in the future, we can take that in and check whether there's like some disallowed words that we don't want to be put in, and then afterwards let them use these words as well.
Okay, so the rarity is not predefined. The rarity is based upon users coming up with unique words that get allowed.
Yes, basically that's it.
Okay,
cool. That's a possible solution we are looking at, like a possible idea we are looking at in the future.
Great, thank you. I think I'm on board. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mason, for your comments. Yeah.
Hi, Frank over here. So I see that because this is not really art per se, I mean, there is no customization of the art except for the words itself. So I'm thinking of how then do you build a community? Because if you have artists, right, artists have their own community, they can bring on board, they like what they are doing. But in this case, it's generative. So then how do you build the community around this to like and subscribe and participate more?
Actually, we will argue that that definitely like for traditional NFTs, artists definitely play a huge role in expanding the popularity of the NFT collection. But we argue that actually in our case, we are taking a different approach in that we are using the AI to generate the NFTs itself. So this alternative approach that's actually novel and it's not being widely seen around the NFT marketplace could be a catch point that could fetch more users into our NFT ecosystem. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you, Frank, for your comments as well. Yeah, sure, Ben.
Is there still time for a question? Yeah, okay. I guess on the you want to go ahead? Sorry. Okay, yeah. So
sure.
I guess my question is I guess on the NFT marketplace, do you think that the assets being listed there will only be these generative NFTs that you mentioned in the first section, or would there be other assets and other NFT collections being listed here?
I think for us, there's certainly a direction we can consider. But for now, what we are planning to implement at this moment is just to open up a marketplace for the NFTs that we are generating. Whether or not we will expand further beyond that, that is, I think, a potential discussion that we'll have. Yeah.
Do you think, like, given that you only list your own like NFT assets, right, the generative ones that you guys are creating, like once the hype of like, you know, generating an NFT using text kind of dies down, then the volume of the entire marketplace will die as well? Is that like something that you guys have thought about, or?
Well, yeah, I think that is a concern that we did have, yes. So we are thinking about it for a while. And so we came up with the idea of hosting the marketing contest. So every month, maybe the hype will die down a bit, but towards the end of the month, people will realize that, oh, there's a contest coming up, right? I need to work hard and try to get a popular NFT, something that is rare and aesthetic, so that it can gain popularity by users who are voting on the system.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for your comments.
Okay, yeah, so thank you, Ben, for your comments. I would like to move on to the next team. So team me just Team Energize. So Team Energize is a protocol that lets NFT own their for other tokens. It's more towards a DeFi. It's a protocol. So I would like to invite Team Energize to take the stage now. Thank you.
Just a second, I'm just sharing my screen. Hi everyone, I'm Gunit and I'm teammate, and my project is called Energize. So you must have heard people say that NFTs are just JPEGs with no actual utility. An NFT can be worth $1 million to someone, and the same NFT can be worth $10 to someone else. So the value of NFTs is highly intrinsic. Energize is the convergence of the two most exciting fields in crypto, NFTs and DeFi. It's a protocol that allows NFTs to own other tokens. The protocol has been bridged to the Upana lending platform. So it also supports interest-bearing tokens. The NFTs can now earn interest perpetually. So now let's look at some cool applications that can be built on this protocol. In finance, your NFT can act as a savings account and hold your entire crypto portfolio. You want to exit crypto, you just sell your entire portfolio in a single transaction. NFT-enabled vesting contracts is another example. You could receive tokens from an investor that are time-locked inside an NFT. So you can't withdraw the tokens for a specific amount of time, but the NFT is still tradable in the markets without the tokens actually hitting the market till the time lock is over. Let's talk about gaming. Imagine a game with augmented reality NFTs located at real-world locations and loaded with interest-bearing tokens. The first player to reach the NFT would get to withdraw the interest that the NFT has generated over time, while leaving behind the principal amount. The principal would then continue to generate more interest for the next player to reach the NFT. Another application could be an in-game item NFT, like a sword, that gets stronger with the more interest it accumulates. This would level the playing field for games which have expensive in-game items that players with deep pockets have an unfair advantage with. NFTs can also be used for governance models, for new types of governance models. One model could be like this. NFT holders have voting power proportional to how long they've held a governance token inside an NFT and how much interest the NFT has generated. For charities, this can be a great way to raise funds for any cause. People all over the world could load an NFT with interest-bearing tokens, and only the charity can withdraw the interest generated. Content creators can also use a similar model like this. The possibilities are endless, really. The workflow of the project is like this. Let's have a look at the demo now to understand it better. So when you log into the dApp, you can start minting your NFTs. When you're done with the minting, it shows up in your collection. So from your collection, you can deposit tokens inside the NFT by simply setting the amount and then clicking on Energize. The tokens held by the NFT will then show up under the image, like you'll see in a minute. Here you see that KYC has been uploaded to the NFT. Then you can simply put the NFT on the marketplace for whatever amount you want to. On the marketplace, others can also add tokens to your NFT. So this is how it works. The architecture of the this is the architecture of the project. The marketplace contract is responsible for minting and trading NFTs, but the main functionality lies in the Energize contract. The client can only interact with this Energize contract to withdraw or deposit tokens inside the NFT. The Energize contract is connected to a wallet manager contract. Each category of tokens gets a wallet manager of its own. For example, FA12 tokens get a wallet manager, FA2 tokens get a wallet manager, and interest-bearing tokens get a wallet manager. This architecture allows for gas savings. So when a request to deposit tokens hits a specific wallet manager, it checks if there exists a smart wallet for the NFT. If it does, it simply transfers the amount to the smart wallet. But if it doesn't, it originates a smart wallet on chain and then transfers the amount to the smart wallet. The smart wallet, depending on what kind of token is being deposited. If it's a normal token, it just stores the token, and if it's an interest-bearing token, it forwards the request. It deposits the token into a Upana lending pool where it generates interest. Revenue for this protocol will be generated by a protocol fees model, where each call to the contract to deposit tokens costs the depositor a small amount of Tez. The growth strategy will have a major focus on having more and more dApps built over the protocol for exponential growth. This is the roadmap. I'll be focusing on team building, team expansion in the next month, and then applying for a Tezos Foundation grant. And by February, we plan on launching a private testnet launch and have the mainnet launch by June of 2023. The team is just me for now, but we'll be expanding soon. I'd like to add a big thanks to my Tezos journey for this protocol. For this project wouldn't have been possible without the amazing Tezos community. So I'd like to thank you all for that. And a special mention to the Lego team for being extremely responsive on the dev channel, Cloudbard for his extremely helpful articles and GitHub repos, and for the Malfish team for building the first open source lending platform on Tezos. I'll also extend my big thanks to the Tezos India and the Tezos Asia team for organizing this hackathon. Thank you. I'll now accept any questions that you have.
Very, very cool. I think that taking the success that Tezos has had in NFTs and finding ways to integrate that to DeFi is exactly the kind of innovation we really need. I think this is fun. I don't know exactly how this is going to be used, but I feel like if you build this well, then the creator community in Tezos will find ways to implement this. So good work. Very cool stuff.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Mason.
Guneet, Pranav here.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. So, one question is, so let's say initially you add tokens and you can mint an NFT and it's there in the marketplace. When somebody wants to add more tokens, they go back to Energize.
Yes, they come to this platform to add more tokens to it. They open the NFT page on the marketplace, and from there they add tokens to the NFT.
And Guneet, the follow-up question there would be, they necessarily need to come to Energize platform, or they can go to any other platform as well?
So another platform would have to integrate this feature to have the NFT. The smart contracts are open. You could even energize it with Better Call Dev, but there's a sequence of calls that you need to, contract calls that you need to call. Yeah. But yeah, anyone can build their own UI and then integrate this with their own project as well.
Got it. Thanks.
Hi, everybody. I'm Frank over here. I do like the idea of this being, it's like a structured product that you can put multiple things together, holding company like that. And I think there's going to be a lot of different use cases that can apply to this. This is a very fundamental and a horizontal solution that we have over here. So I think we need to explore more on what kind of the possible use cases to make this more exciting on top of what we have. Great job so far.
Thank you so much, Frank.
We still have one more judge who, if you want to say, for any last reviews or comments. Yeah. No. Okay. Okay. I think we can move on to the next team. So the next team will be, let me just. Next team will be NF3X. So it's a multi-swap marketplace for non-fungible tokens. It's under the NFT track. I would like to invite this team to present on their project. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Is my screen visible?
Yes, my your screen is visible and you're audible. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Hi all, I am Shitara Gawal, and with me, my teammate is Priyam Anand, and we are Team NF3. Today, we are going to present a totally unique NFT marketplace with great flexible trading options you have never seen before. Let's head towards the problem statement first. The Tezos ecosystem is no stranger to NFTs, but all the available solutions for trading NFTs on Tezos is quite boring. Most of the marketplaces out there only provide the option to buy NFT with fungible token. Other than that, one of the major issues today is that NFT spaces are filled with scams around every corner. To give an example, in Feb 2022, $1.7 million worth of NFTs were stolen from OpenSea. Lastly, since the NFT industry is relatively new, trading on NFT marketplaces can be a hassle sometimes. After ideating and researching on the above problems, we came up with a solution. Now, presented to you a solution, our platform, NF3. NF3 is a multi-asset swap marketplace for fungible and non-fungible tokens. We aim to facilitate peer-to-peer bargaining and on-chain financing between sellers and buyers of non-fungible tokens. To give an idea about what we offer, let's meet a friend, Erin. Let's say Erin wants to trade this NFT. Now, he has multiple options to do so using our platform. First, he can trade this NFT with a fixed token amount, just like any other platform. Secondly, he can also trade this NFT using his own NFTs with an additional option to trade it with fungible tokens plus NFTs as well, as you can see here. Along with these, he also has an option called Reserve Now Swap Later, where he has to pay an initial deposit to reserve an NFT, and the remaining amount can be settled within a given period of time to complete the trade. In this case, he has to pay 100 days in the first hand, and he can pay the remaining in 10 days. Now, let's say due to some circumstances, Erin cannot pay the promised amount in the remaining time. Thus, to support buyers like Erin, we also give an option to further sell his reservation to other people. Lastly, if Erin wants to give a new deal to the seller, he can also create a counter offer based on any of the above deals. Now, let's head towards our product demo. So, here's a landing page where users can connect their wallet and enter the platform through the launch app. Moving forward, this is an explore page which contains all the NFTs listed on our platform for trading. Users can see purchase options of all the NFTs from the explore page. And if they wish to buy the NFT or view more details, they can click on the individual card of the NFT, which redirects them to the individual listing page of that NFT. Individual listing page has all the details and properties of the respective NFT. Every NFT can have 3 purchase options. First is direct purchase with token amount, like any other platform. Next is reserve now, swap later. And third is swap exchange with other NFTs. Let's swap our TezAsia with Go. We will click on we will go in the interested in swap for section and click on swap now. We will select the NFT and confirm a transaction. Wait for it to complete, and voila. As you can see, we have exchanged NFTs. You can see your new NFT in your wallet. Let's now try and reserve now, swap later. We will click on reserve now. We'll check on the parameters and click on reserve. So I have reserved this item, and now I can pay the remaining amount within 6 days. Users can either pay the remaining amount within the due time, or they can list this reserved position and sell it to another buyer. This way, if the buyer does not have enough token for buying the NFT, they can sell their position to another buyer. Now, we have covered how users can buy and sell NFTs with various multiple options. Let's now create an offer. We'll click on counter offer. In the category we want, we will fill the required parameters and confirm our offer. Now, you can see the offer is made, and you can view your offer in the offer received section in the individual listing page. Now, let's head towards selling an NFT. To list NFT for sale, we go to create listing. Now, we will select the NFT we want to list and select the swap options which we want, as described earlier. Now, I will add the listing duration and click on complete listing. After the processing, my listing has been created and it will be visible on the explore page. I will click on all listings and I can see my listing, new listing in the explore page. As we have covered all the buying and selling options, now let's head towards a dashboard. User can go to dashboard by clicking on profile. Wallet page contains all the wallet NFTs that I have owned. I can see the details of every NFT from here. Next is the listings page, which contains all the normal as well as position listings that I have created. Then is the offers page, which contains all the offers that I created and all the offers which I received by others. I can also accept the offers directly from here itself. Lastly is the reserved items page, which contains all the NFTs that I have reserved and I have to pay the remaining amount. And it also contains all my listed items that are reserved by others and their payment is due. So this was a demo, and now my teammate Priyam will be taking you forward with next stage.
Okay, so why did we choose Tezos? Tezos has a number of unique features that sets it apart from other blockchains. For example, it was the first blockchain to pioneer proof of stake. It has an amazing self-amendment process using on-chain governance. Also, it has a very low carbon footprint. But we can talk about these features all day long. The real reason why we chose Tezos is because it's cheap. The transaction cost on Tezos is up to 90% less than that on Ethereum. And as described above, our entire protocol is completely decentralized and depends entirely on on-chain storage. And all the developers here would agree with me that if we increase the amount of storage used on-chain, the gas prices increases dramatically. So we needed a blockchain that has a low gas fees without compromising the decentralization factor. So that is why we decided to build on top of Tezos. Lastly, Tezos ecosystem has a very strong NFT artist community. Moving towards the revenue model. For revenue generation, we currently have a fixed protocol fees that the seller has to pay at the time of creating a listing. Other than that, in future, we also plan to charge a fees from the creators for premium promotion on our platform. Moving towards what timeline we followed and how we will be moving in the future, here's a roadmap. We started with our ideation and research work towards the end of the June, followed by 3 weeks of rigorous iteration on product design and smart contract development. In the following weeks, we worked on the front-end development and getting the whole platform connected as an entire product. After that, we moved on testing and did some final touches. In the future phases, we will be working on adding some new features and improving the user experience, maybe some gas optimizations as well. And soon we'll be launching a closed beta, private beta. And let's see where this takes us from there. Finally, introducing our team. I am Priyam. I'm the product developer, and this is my teammate Kshitij. He's the product designer. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, team NF3X. Yeah. So
I just want to say that I love this. I think it looks great, and I think it's a really novel concept.
Yeah, I agree. It's a lot of fun. So you sped through the process fairly quickly, so I just want to make sure that I haven't misunderstood anything. Effectively, I can choose to put an NFT for sale against any other NFT I like, plus or minus some Tez, and vice versa.
Yeah, that's correct. You can list your NFT for some token amount plus some NFT collection. So, like for example, if you list your Tezert for a Otis, any one person having an Otis, he can optionally directly swap that Otis for your Tez. So, like this is the kind of swap that can happen.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, but it's a collection by collection. So where this gets really fancy is in future development, if you guys can work out a perceived floor price based on the rarity of attributes and suggest what would be a fair difference, because otherwise, like, it's easy to sell a rare Tezos for a very common Otes, and as a result, like, you would just scam people like through that.
Yeah, we'll be exploring those aspects as well. Thank you for the feedback.
Yeah, or alternatively, make it simpler that you can do one-for-one offers, right? But I suppose people can review. But overall, I think, like, that's just working on a bit of UAX. It's a very cool idea, and I like it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Oh, one more question. Sorry. How do you plan to build critical mass for the site? because that's one of these things that is going to be a little bit necessary for you, right? It's only interesting when people are really using this and exploring and starting to add offers and make sales. How do you build that community quickly?
Kshitij, you want to take this question?
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So to be talking honestly, right now, as we are seeing that people only have only limited options. By what we are trying to do is including more options to the list. We will also have a creators. The creators will have more options to trade their NFTs, and they can make various options. In the future, we are also planning to have multiple bundle swaps as well. That they can include various multiple NFTs together, and they can sell that, and they can also ask for various bundles as well. So this is how introducing new concepts, introducing really cool features. I will guess it will build a new NFT marketplace, and it will be really helpful for that. PM, if you want to add something, you can.
No, that's good.
That's great.
And Kshitij, basically an extension of that question that Mason asked is that is it not a feature that a larger marketplace would extend to their existing user base and eventually end up making you obsolete?
Hello. Sorry for.
Yes, Kshitij, am I audible?
Can you please repeat? I'm really sorry.
So basically, what I was asking is, an extension of the question that Mason asked, is that what really stops an existing marketplace from integrating this as a feature? Because it seems to be a very promising and obvious way to sort of create liquidity in NFT marketplace and unlock value for creators.
Yeah. So you can build this as a SDK and offer to other marketplaces for integrating as well.
And that becomes your pathway to monetization, Kshitij.
Yeah.
As a white label product is what you're hinting at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jarus, for your comments on NF3X project. I think we can move on to the next one. So Team Vanguard will be the next team, and they are D5 protocol. It's called Clusters, a derivative D5 protocol on Tezos itself. So yeah, I'm gonna Team Vanguard. You can start to present now. Yeah, let me just stop sharing on my screen as well.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So yeah, greetings judges, and thank you Tezos India for providing us.
I think you have to share your screen as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Greetings judges, and thank you Tezos India for providing us with this opportunity. So I'll be presenting the clusters from Team Vanguard. So here's our problem statement. So at times it becomes very difficult in DeFi for to betterly manage your portfolio.
Hi Team Vanguard. Your screen is not being shown actually. So could you share your screen? Yeah.
Is it visible now?
Yes.
Sorry for that. So at times it becomes difficult for users to manage their portfolio efficiently in DeFi. It becomes very difficult to keep track of every
Sorry,
coin. And
you are not on the right slide. So could you just fix it? Yeah. Okay, you're on your problem statement slide. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So at times it becomes really difficult to keep track of every coin and how to take advantage of a market efficiently. And at times it becomes, very tedious to do multiple operations and pay for multiple gas fees for basically repositioning your whole portfolio. So we have come up with a solution. We are living in a world of tokenization, where everything is being converted to tokens like digital arts, clothes, and even land now. So our project is based around this only, and we have provided a platform where you can tokenize tokens. So with clusters, you will be able to exactly allocate your individual tokens, reposition multiple tokens within a single transaction, and you can also you make use of sophisticated asset management strategies of the other users as well. Now, one might ask, what exactly is clusters? So when we say cluster, we mean it is a basket of tokens. You no longer have to run around on different exchanges, no more multiple gas fees, just a single transaction and the fastest repositioning of a portfolio that you can do. Now you must wonder, what will be the value of each cluster token? Well, it will be intrinsic. The value of a cluster will be equal to the individual sum of the tokens inside it. So it will be like a basket consisting of the whole value of individual entities inside it. And these cluster tokens can be added to the different dexes by initializing their liquidity pool, and they will become tradable. So this will help. This will make more arbitrage opportunities and thus increase the flow of value across the Tezos chain. Now, one might question, what is arbitrage? Well, it is very simple. It is the opportunity to take advantage of different prices of the same asset via different platforms. So with clusters, you'll be able to generate various arbitrage opportunities, and this will help in increasing the flow of money on the Tezos blockchain. Now let's draw an example. Let's say that you can on the currently exchange, there is a XTZ. You're buying an XTZ for $2 and a plenty coin for $2 and WTZ for the $3. But at the same time, if there is clusters on the mainnet, you also have a cluster token named XPW, which is currently trading at $6. So this will provide you as a cheap acquisition opportunity. You will be able to buy the $7 worth of tokens at the rate of $6 with the help of clusters. Similarly, let's say next day, the prices of the individual tokens dropped. Let's say XTZ became $1, plenty became $2, and WTZ remained $2. But on the exchange, the XPW cluster is still trading at $6. This will provide you with an expensive closing opportunity. You can buy and you can sell your clusters for the more value, and this will help in stabilizing the prices across the exchanges. So what are the functionalities that we provide and how exactly it's going to work? So we have provided you with a function of issue tokens. This will help you convert multiple tokens into one. So like you can put in the XTZ plenty and WTZ into a single token and convert it into a cluster. Now this cluster token can be traded on the exchanges directly, or we have provided another options for you guys to lock the tokens. By locking the tokens, you become a flash loan liquidity provider. Now we are all aware with the concept of flash loans, and it is fairly new to the Tezos chain. So it will with this you will be able to make it more general to the public of how to use flash loan and what it actually is. Now, when you lock the tokens, you become a flash loan liquidity provider, and you will be received the fees that the flash loan issuer will pay for issuing their flash loan. This fees will be in XTZ. Similarly, the locked tokens can be unlocked. You can claim back your locked cluster and earn your XTZ rewards. Now you can the unlocked clusters. You can directly go and trade them on the exchanges as well, or you can do the redeem option. This is basically the reverse of issuing. You can convert back the multiple tokens back to their original self. And like I said, the flash loan option is also available, where you can avail zero leverage instant flash loans that get paid within the same operation. Now here's the working demo. So here's our UI. It is pretty simple. There will be a token list of stating that which tokens are inside it with the amount of value. You'll need to first approve the tokens like they do on the exchanges as well. You can issue the tokens. There will be an opportunity. Then all the functions are here. Like you can redeem, lock, unlock. There's an option of flash flowing as well. We'll show an instance of that also. You can execute. You can enter your flash contract address here and the token address that you wanna issue the flash loan for. The amount of flash loan that you can issue will be equal to the locked cluster value. Let's say there is a $2 worth of JBTC inside the cluster. So the number of locked clusters here are currently 17. So you can issue a flash loan for 17 times to $34 or lesser this amount. So next to the revenue model, like we have thought of generating a 0.5 XTZ per redeem operation that will help in sustaining the platform. We can also do Web3 advertisements on the website. We can do paid collabs with new Tezos-based startup for including their tokens in the company created clusters. So this will give more exposure to the new tokens that are coming into the market, and this will help in increase their trading volume as well. We can also do introduce governance token and do an ICO for the revenue. Then the question comes that why build on Tezos? Like the whole essence of DeFi is to have a faster and cheaper experience while trading and repositioning. Well, Tezos is extremely fast compared to many chains. It is quite cheaper when we compare to the bigger players in the market, and it is a one of its kind blockchain with an ability to self-upgrade itself, and the robust frameworks makes it really easy for people to interact with it. Now talking about the roadmap, so we are thinking about launching it on mainnet on September 2022. We have come up with various types of clusters as well. Like there is a switch cluster concept, there is a mixed cluster concept where you can mix in NFTs and the FA1.2 tokens inside a cluster, and then you can trade NFTs on a DEX. Which is not possible right now. Also, the cluster trading bot framework, which will help in automating the positioning and this stuff. And we have also a concept of dynamic clusters. The team, here's my team: Keval Patel, Vraj Desai, Madhvendra, and Krishank Shah. And yeah, I'll be taking questions now. Thank you.
Do you need liquidity to bootstrap?
Yes.
Do you have a sense of how much is required and where it comes into play?
We believe that if we start on if we take it gradually, some sort of, we can start very basic and bootstrapped version at $10K or something like that.
Okay, yeah, that's not unachievable at all. Thank you.
Hi. So just now you in the functionality slide, it says that the redeem has a reward. Where would the reward come from?
Redeem doesn't actually. Let me share my screen once again, just a second. In the functionalities, redeem doesn't have the option. Redeem will convert the cluster token back to its multiple token by unlocking. Like if you have locked in your tokens, if there are people have issued flash loan inside from that cluster liquidity, then you will receive a reward in XTZ that will be allotted to you. And when you unlock your clusters back, at that time you will receive your rewards.
Yes, sorry. It was based on the unlock. So this comes from basically the person who used your stake tokens to execute the flash loan.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
Frank, over here, can you, just now I saw something on the dynamic part of things, right? Can you share more about the dynamic part in your roadmap?
Yeah. So dynamic clusters, we mean that currently the framework allows you to, there's a fixed amount of tokens that can be inside a cluster. Let's say there is 0.1 XTZ inside it, 0.1 plenty token inside it, or let's say 0.1 WTZ. I'm talking not in terms of dollar, I'm talking in their native amounts. So currently it is fixed. But with dynamic cluster, we can do like we have heard of ETFs and mutual funds. So with dynamic clusters, we sort of try to bring that into as well. There will be a creator who created the whole cluster idea, the theme on the theme of it, and then he will be able to reposition the amounts. Let's say if the current value of XYZ inside the cluster is 0.1, then he'll change it to 0.5. So what will happen that the 0.5 amount times the total cluster supply that is in the market will get traded off to some other kind of token, and that token will come inside that cluster. So it will be dynamic. People will be able to, some other guy will be managing your cluster tokens value for you.
Thank you for explaining this more.
Okay. Any more questions from the judges? If not, I would move on to the next team, which is team we are going to make it. It's a NFT team. Let me just. Yeah, so we are going to make it the world's most seamless NFT meeting platform with the best UI and UX. I would like to invite them to present.
Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Hi. Yes.
Yeah.
You are? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it visible?
Just give me a moment. It's visible now. Yeah. I think you.
Yeah.
Hello,
I am Adarsh. Yeah. I am Adarsh from Team WalkMe, presenting before you TezMint. So the problem statement was to create the best UI UX to onboard the next million traditional artists to the Tezos NFT ecosystem. A good user experience can help getting more people into the NFT ecosystem. And so the solution was that TezMint has been designed and built keeping the user's experience in mind. It has a very simple and straightforward user flow divided into 3 steps, which we'll be discussing in the next slide. There's a saying that the first impression is the last impression. Imagine a person visits the website and finds it boring and unintuitive. He might leave and probably never visit it again. So we have made sure to capture the user's attention and leave a positive impression on the first visit. We have also added micro interactions like tooltips, visual feedback, brief explanations, and other things to improve the user experience in general. So the user flow goes like this. The first user has to choose from the 2 types of token that we provide. Currently, we support non-fungible tokens and some semi-fungible tokens. Then he has to upload the NFT file. After that, he can fill the metadata like name, description, which provide the context to the NFT. And after that, he can click on the mint to start the mint process. The mint process is like this. The NFT file gets uploaded to IPFS. After that, metadata gets uploaded to IPFS. Then the mint operation is called from the respective contract, depending on the type of token chosen by the user. Now coming on to the revenue model, the users can pay a fixed fee at the time of minting. And when we launch our marketplace, we can charge a trading fees for all the trades. Now coming on to the working demo, this is how the landing page looks like. On the top right, they can connect their wallet and they can click on create my NFT to go to the create page. Here you can see the 2 types of tokens they can choose from. We have also provided a brief description and examples how they can be used. And here they can upload their file. If they try to upload an unsupported file, there's a visual feedback that it isn't supported, and they can upload it, the supported file. And here we are on the 3rd step. On the left side, you can see the NFT details. They can add the NFT details. On the right side, we have the preview of how their NFT is going to look like on different marketplaces. And after filling up the details, he can start the minting process. And he will be taken to this page where he can visualize the process which is going internally and see if there is an error on any of the step. it will notify them and what was the error. So, and they can also try again to mint it. If the transaction fails or the he doesn't confirm the transaction. After confirming, it will take a few seconds for the transaction confirmation. And when the transaction confirmed, the page will it will notify that your NFT has been minted successfully, and they can go to the profile page where we display all the wallet details such as balance, address, and network they are connected to, and also all the NFTs that they have minted from our platform. We have also provided a disconnect button so if they want to disconnect their current wallet and log into a different address. And they can also click on the card, individual card, to see more details such as contract and asset link and all those things. With this, the live demo ends. And considering the roadmap, I am planning to add the feature to let the users create their NFT collections and mint into that rather than minting onto our custom contract. And after that, I am planning to build a marketplace around it with the best UI and UX possible. And by December, I am planning to launch Tezmint on testnet, then after that on the mainnet. Now coming on to one of the interesting questions, why we chose to build on Tezos. Tezos is a proof of stake network which consumes significantly low energy as compared to proof of work networks such as Ethereum. Tezos also has a very low gas fees, which allows anyone to come and launch their NFT collections, mint or trade NFTs without paying hundreds of dollars in gas fees like you have to do in Ethereum. So this makes it accessible to more and more people to get onto the NFT ecosystem of Tezos. Recently, the NFT ecosystem of Tezos has been growing rapidly. As we can see, Object which is the largest marketplace in Tezos, has crossed 100 billion in trade volume. Tezmint was made possible by a team of two, Ritesh, who works as a product designer. Unfortunately, he could not come to the presentation due to work. And I am the full stack Web3 developer. And at last, I would like to thank everyone, all the mentors, all the people who were behind this hackathon. So I want to end my presentation here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, team. We are going to make it. Yeah. So, any questions or any questions from the judges here as well? Would you like to know more about the project itself?
If you could sum it up, what is your unfair advantage and competitive positioning compared to just minting an NFT object? Like, what really stands you out?
I think we aim to provide the best user experience to the new users, which are not that much technical and want to get on the NFT marketplace and help them mint their first NFTs or to get on the ecosystem easily without any technical know-hows, and help them guide through the process.
Do you provide?
Hello, I think.
I think, John, you cut off a bit. Yeah.
I muted myself by mistake. Sorry, I was just asking whether you provided some guidance to users about what they should put in the description field and what they should have for the thumbnail URI, and whether you also support the display URI.
We have now only provided brief descriptions on the token types and tooltips for such, but later we will provide guided minting, like we will provide more things and descriptions and release guides for it.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay. So if there's no further comments, I can move on to the next project. The next project will be paper finance. So it's a perpetuals and for futures and option trading platform, which works on an advanced version of a virtual market maker. So it's under the track of D5, of course. And we would like to invite like the team to actually to present on their project as well.
Okay, so am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, okay, cool. So yeah, my name is Dheeraj and our team name is Paper Finance and our project name is Zenith. So what is actually Zenith? Zenith is perpetual future and option trading platform, which work on something interesting known as VMM. We'll talk about that later, but let's get started with problem statement. So what are the problems we are facing right now? So first one being that there is no actual derivative trading platform on Tezos blockchain, which kind of misses out a major chunk of people, potential people who are there for trade. And another one is centralized derivative system kind of have a lot of shortcomings, and they can always manipulate order book through which they can take market according to their own direction, and they can profit from it. The third one is being dependent on automatic market maker to provide liquidity. So if anyone know how AMM works, they might know like they have unfair advantage. They always list out maybe $1 or $2 above or below. So if a retail trader want to enter, he is already entering in loss of $1 or $2. So that's another thing. The fourth one is like a lot of protocol force people to buy their native token for just entering the trade. I don't think they have any use case other than that. So I don't think that's necessary. And the last one being it's not new, high gas fee. So like how Zenith solve this solution, how Zenith solve this problem. So first one being like it's completely decentralized on chain. We cannot interfere within the protocol once it's get deployed. The second one being like it's work on VMM. VMM stand for virtual market maker. And so yeah, if our protocol is even dead, no one is coming on a protocol, and still if anyone wants to take trade, he can always take trade because there will always be the liquidity there. And the other one being like we don't enforce people to buy a native token. User can come with stable coin and leave with stable coin. And last one being like anyone with as low as $1 USD can enter the trade. So what are the key metrics that we focus on? So the age being like majority of age group which we are targeting is from 18 years to 50 years old, and the cryptocurrency volume in only 2020 to 2021 is like almost a $3 trillion, and the annual average growth per year is like 12.8 from 2021, and it's expected to grow even further till 2030. And the derivative market which we are working is almost $1.4 trillion. You can see the huge potential the derivative markets have. So this is how like VMM is more superior than the pre-existing order book and the AMM. So it's easily scalable. We can easily interconnect with a different contract. Other protocol also can build upon us. So, and it's truly decentralized. We cannot manipulate it. So this is how this is workflow of a project. So if the trader enter on a protocol, he enters with a stable coin, so USDT, KUSD, and then manager he can go long or short, and then manager take this trade to VMM, and VMM take trade for user, and the any what do you say, principal amount collateral that trader has put gets locked into wall. So let's say his collateral falls below, so there are our liquidation bots which liquidate their position. And let's say in case of like rapid market fall where our liquidation bot fails to like execute the position, so then there comes insurance fund who will pay the other side of the trader trade to cover up for the losses that this trader cannot. So, and the fees, yeah, the fees get stored in treasury, and that in turn it comes back to insurance fund to kind of protect this whole ecosystem. And how it works, we just connect wallet, enter USD amount, take leverage, and go long and short. That's it. So what is our revenue model? So majority of our revenue will come from trading fees, and the bots which will liquidate their position will charge some fees to users so that the position will get executed even before the total amount of collateral gets wiped out. And the third one being asset management. I'll tell you why asset management. So like we are going to introduce option vaults which have predefined option strategies in it. So since we are introducing predefined strategies, if our option vault perform better, so we'll charge some amount of fees from them. That's how asset management fees work. So this is how your UI works. Like you will ask, like it's so plain and simple. That's what we are trying to show to the traders. The most of other future trading perpetual future trading platform have really complex kind of stuff, order book, limit order. So newbie trader cannot understand that. So that's why we try to make it as simple as possible so that user can enter and exit in easy way. So let's get started with demo how it works. So yeah, so this is our main page. We are still working on, like I showed you the graph part, so that's kind of remaining. So we basically right now have 3 coins, Tezos, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. And there is option for stake, where user can come stake their XTZ and earn APY, whatever that will be at that time, and they can claim it. And in trade, user can just connect their wallet, and once it's connected, it already fetch the current position that have already been created. So now let's go long, enter USD amount, take leverage, go long, and it will verify transaction. And yeah, the position has been listed there. For closing, similar way, just click on close position, whatever with the profit and loss will be listed out there. And yeah, that's it. It's as easy as that to enter derivative. Once people talk about derivative, they hear complex stuff such as spot price, what is future, what is funding rate. So that kind of fear build up in the trader, oppose them or restrict them from entering the future market, this derivative market. So that's kind of what we are trying to do here to just ease out the derivative market. So roadmap, we are planning to launch testnet on September, mainnet on November, and introduce gamification. So let's say newbie trader who don't know anything, what is long, what is short, can copy the experienced trader which has been listed out on the scoreboard list, and provide him some incentive and just copy his trade. That's how this gamification we are planning. And in March, we are going to launch native token. You will ask, like, you only say that you don't need to have their own token to take trade. So it's not necessary if you want to buy this or not native token, but if you buy and hold a token, we'll provide rebate on your trading fees. So the 2% which we charge you will only be 1% according to the amount you hold. So that's how native token will work, and it can also be work for governance. And last will be the option vault and option platform, which will introduce for predefined strategies. And yeah, for this is some boring stuff, but if you are interested, like how a long and short position works, so these are some formulas how it works. So I'll since we have time, I'll quickly explain, like with example how VMM work, a virtual machine. So this is the pair. So let's say XTZ, this 12,500 XTZ cost 1 lakh USD and vice versa. So this is constant. This is multiplication of this one. So let's say Alice comes to a platform and she goes long with 2x leverage. She put 2,000 USD, so she'll get 4,000. So a formula will calculate the amount of XTZ she will get. So this XTZ will get. So now since she has gone long, the state of VMM will automatically change. So this get deducted from the total amount of the XTZ from the main. So let's say again the Bob come, and Bob also entered 2,000 USD and take 3x leverage. So now he have 6,000 USD. So again the formula will act and provide him with XTZ, but now he will consider this amount of XTZ, not the main amount. So again, then this XTZ will get deducted and he'll get 655 XTZ. So now Alice come and she closes her position of this, and she gets USDC worth this much. But when she entered, it was 4,000. So that means that this amount is her total profit. Then Bob come, and Bob also closes his position, but now Bob is in loss. So you can see the profit and loss of both trader are same, but without any having VMM. And you can see the state of the VMM is again to its original point. So yeah, this how basically our VMM work. So I think that will be it. This is me, Dheeraj, and I am a professional trader and a developer and a YouTube manager. YouTuber. Yeah. I think that will be it. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. I love seeing DeFi come to Tezos. I think it's an area where there's a lot of room for innovation and new things. And I think perpetuals make a ton of sense. So best of luck is what I'd say. Thank you for showing us this.
Thank you for motivation. Yeah.
I had to do a lot of Googling while you were talking to work out what you were talking about, but I was impressed.
Okay, cool.
I just have a quick question, right? Like, for example, like I can see that you guys are using like a VAMM model, right? And then the equivalent on Ethereum is PERP5, right? But PERP5 itself uses like Uniswap V3 to base like pricing off the index price, right? Sorry, the mark price. And then the index price uses like Chainlink oracles to pull the price, right? I guess when you talk about liquidation bots, you need to rely on Gelato or like some kind of like bot or keeper network to do that on Ethereum, right? So I guess I'm not sure myself, but does Tezos have all of these things to allow you to run some of these like functions that you want to build on top of your perp DEX?
Okay, so regarding the liquidation bot, we can auction it off the liquidation where actual user can trigger the vaults which are under collateralized. The user can trigger this bot and they'll get some kind of incentive, the trading fees, which were we planning to keep on our treasury after the liquidation bot trigger it. They will be paid out to the user who are triggering the vaults. I think if that satisfies your question.
Did you get a chance to check out the checker code base?
Yeah, actually we are working. That's why we kind of we are late on our project. So actually we were researching on checker. So it has a lot of things such as liquidation, minting, and all that thing. So we were kind of researching and looking at how we can enter. And we are currently in contact with checker, their team. So how we can enter in like integrate their product on ours. So yeah, we are currently working with them.
Yeah, that sounds great. Save you guys a lot of hard work that's already been done.
Yeah, right, correct. And yeah, one more thing I want to add, like bigger our VMM pool, like how I shown on the state one, bigger it will be, lesser the value will get affected, the price of XTZ. And there is funding rate to keep the price of XTZ to as close as spot price as possible. Yeah, I forgot that, but.
Okay, if there's no more comments, thank you so much, for the project itself, for paper finance. I'd like to move on to the next one. So the next one will be Code Decoders. It will be a Hello World reference game. It's a community-led online play-to-earn gaming platform. So it's under the track of gaming. And yeah, let's get them to present on their gaming project as well. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the opportunity. Share my screen. So
Okay, yeah,
hello everyone.
You can see your screen.
Yeah, sure. So hello everyone. My name is Madhu Sharma. I am the team leader of Code Decoders. Today I would be showcasing you our project submission for the TezAsia Hackathon called Tezos. So moving forward, the problem statement is that in the current Web3 gaming space, most of the games are focusing on the play to earn model. What happens is that when the player community focuses on earning, they forget the main aim of the game, which is to enjoy the game. So the games become less enjoyable, which leads to a lower chance of the community being loyal to in the longer run. So basically what happens is that most of the big games that have been happened in the Web3 space become unsustainable. They fall short, their token value decreases because the community diminishes. So what we have done is we have built a game which focuses on the play and earn model, which basically means that the user can play and enjoy the game and as well as earn from it. So what we are focusing is on like building a strong gaming community, which would help us in building the game itself. And we are also focusing on making the entry barrier very low. So the average gamer, which doesn't know about NFTs and Web3 in general, can enter as well. And we are also focusing on onboarding the young generation because most of the games that currently exist are too much complicated, require strategies and all. But having a simple and fun, intuitive game allows the young generation to enter the Web3 gaming space as well. So why Tezos? So here are the few reasons that why we chose Tezos. The first point being it is easily scalable. It has a proper developer ecosystem, and it has an active community support and a huge NFT community, as all of you know. And it also has access to grants, which is required for like building a huge game. Now, the project workflow of the the whole system is that, let's say that Bob wants to play our game. He would go to the Space Source website, enter the inventory, which is the NFT marketplace where the user can buy warships, purchase upgrades, and basically the user can either use the XTZ token or our own native token to buy these items. So after buying, the user can enter the playground, which is basically the game, and select the ships and upgrades that the user owns and basically start destroying enemy ships and asteroids. The more the user gains points, the more the user can claim those tokens. So yeah, this is the basic product flow. How it works, so it is basically a three-step. It is basically a three-step process. Going to the inventory, buying the items, entering the playground, and basically start earning. What is the revenue model? So the revenue model of Space Source is based on two models. First one being transaction based, which means that in the inventory, whenever the user buys the NFT token or any in-game token, in-game items, the revenue would go to the marketplace. And the second being token based. The more we have a good community, a more robust player base, the more the value of the token would go up, and in return bring revenue for the marketplace. So let's have a look at the working demo. So yeah, this is our website. As you can see here, all the ships are being loaded. If you go down, here are all the top upgrades, which are for now bullet upgrades. So now let's try by buying a ship. Let's click on the buy up button. As you can see here, it is asking for 19 Tezos. Let's click on confirm. And if I refresh the page, the owner should be increased to 3. Now let's buy a bullet upgrade. Let's go down and click on. Now I would be like purchasing the bullet with my native token, which is SPCOZ. So let's click on the 500 SPCOZ button, and yeah, let's just wait for it. Let's click on confirm, and the value would also get updated in the top left corner. So as you can see here, the value decreased to 1000 SPCOZ. Now let's enter to the playground. The game is still in its early versions, but we are planning on expanding this. As you can look at the top right corner, the value is synced with the wallet in the Unity game engine. Now let's click on play. Now let's select the ships that we just purchased and upgrades as well. Now this is the game. Now the user can roam around the space and start destroying enemy warships and asteroids. The more the user destroys, the more score the user gets, and in return, the user can get more tokens. So as you can see here, the game is over and the user has claimed 2 SPCOZ tokens. The user can click on claim, and in a few seconds, the value should get updated here in the top left corner. So yeah, so as you can see, it is increased by 2 tokens. So this is a demo for our marketplace. Moving on, let's go to the roadmap. So the plan is that currently we have the MVP developed, as I just showed you. And now we are starting to create a community, because with all of the Web3 projects, and specifically NFT and gaming projects, we need a community which is ready to test out our projects. And in a couple of months, we will be adding the more complex features in the game, like multiplayer support, add more utilities, improving the UI UX, adding the object.com integration, and looking into the mobile support options. In January, we will be starting our closed beta and taking feedback from the community. Kind of similar in the next week, but this time it would be an open beta and working on the community demand. finally, in May 2023, we will be auditing our smart contracts and releasing our first public version, and basically creating social media campaigns and a merchandise launch. What is the future scope? So there is a list of what things can be added in the future, but in short of time, I will be just highlighting a few features, like we can integrate SPTs in Tezos for in-game achievements, or we can also add a skill-based matchmaking so that people don't get afraid of the new players, and basically more complex tokenomics and all. This is a game that currently exists in the Web2 space, and we are currently like trying to build something like this, but not exactly like this. And this is just a representation of how the game could look like. This is a team. Kunal Jain is the Unity game developer. Niharika Singh is the front-end developer, and myself, Madhav Sharma, I am the blockchain developer for this project. Yeah, thank you. Any questions, please?
Hi, Frank over here. Can I check, right? How do you make the game more sticky to the users? From what I've seen so far, there is purchase of different items over here to make it stronger. Is there any going to be storyline, or I think you have some multiplayer thing? But what is going to be the strongest point to make users come back and play again and again? Considering you are going for the play and earn model.
Yeah. So answering on the first question, as you can see in the representation image here, what happens that people tend to play these addictive games. Like there's a website called very famous called IO Games, which is a collection of games which are not very hard to learn, but are very addictive to play, because you get on the top of the scoreboard, you gain more points out of it, and basically you come the next day to do the same thing, to come top in the leaderboard, and basically like win over other players. And by the second point, like how like the story building, we haven't listed in our future scope as well, like we will add story modes into the game as we will progress in the future. Based on the demand of the community, we will be like building on the stuff what the community suggests, and like we can add 3D modes into it, which will basically like make the user more intuitive into playing the game. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for this.
Do you have any plans for multiplayer outside of just ranking on the scoreboard? I always find the competition is one of the best ways to drive desire for the NFTs.
Yeah, exactly. I mentioned that currently in the hackathon duration, we were not able to implement that because multiplayer is quite a complicated thing. But we definitely want to like create a system where people join a room basically and have an skill-based matchmaking, and basically in the duration, like some sort of a battle royal or something like that. The ship which like basically remains at the last wins the most amount of tokens that were inserted in that particular room.
That's great. Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, any more questions? Okay, if not, I will move on to the next team. This is the second last team. So therefore for Bros is a DeFi protocol that does on-chain interlease. So yeah, I wanted to get them to present.
Hello.
Let me just stop my screen share. Yeah.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Yeah.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Rakshit Bang, and today I will be presenting you with the Devillish application created by our team Devillish. So Anurag, myself, and Rahul make up the team Devillish. We are third-year students studying in IIIT Bangalore, India. This is our first project on blockchain, and we hope you like it. So what's the problem we solve? Our goal is to bring a huge platform like AngelList on chain. But why? Because the current centralized finance system involves a lot of permissions, processing, and different types of fees. However, DeFi, on the other hand, is permissionless, inclusive, and transaction happens in real time and are transferred. So we have developed a single all-encompassing DeFi application that would allow users to invest and raise money with features like cash flow manager, cap table manager, DChat, and token exchange platform. Through our platform, investors may use SAFEs, SFTs, or direct equity transfer to support a range of new companies. We provide cap table management software that dynamically updates upon when an agreement is signed. Additionally, we offer software that manages and tracks the company's cash flow. In addition, our unique feature is peer-to-peer, highly secure, decentralized communication chat room where investors and companies may negotiate and sign contracts. We have also developed a Devillish marketplace, an online token exchange platform where individuals may sell their FA2 company tokens and contribute to startup funding, as we shall see. So let us now understand the project workflow. Our application will be accessed majorly by two sorts of users, investors and startups, both of which are accredited to avoid fake accounts. When the startup raises a funding round, it will be visible to the investor with all the basic details. The investor then can choose a startup from the list of available companies and send it an offer. Further negotiation regarding the deal can be carried out in a decentralized chat room. So once an offer is finalized and approved by the startup, the investor will be asked to sign an agreement and invest the agreed upon amount to sign up for the deal. After the agreement is signed, both the parties can download the copy of their legal contract. Let us now understand how our marketplace works. While building this project, we felt the need for startups to have an alternate way of raising funds without losing their company ownership. Devillish Marketplace was built for the same purpose, where buyers and sellers can trade FA2 company tokens. This trading will be done in a similar fashion as traditional stock trading. However, the seller of the token will continue to receive 5% of any trade profits made by the subsequent trade transaction of this FA2 tokens. This will help to finance the startup in the early stages without them requiring to stake their any ownership. Coming to our revenue model, for Devillish Venture, we are planning to use a subscription revenue model, and for Devillish Marketplace, a transactional revenue model. Premium customers will get access to our main services such as cap table management software, DChat, and they will be charged based on their monthly usage. On the other hand, we will receive commissions for our services, much like a broker does in traditional stock trading, for each token transaction that occurs in the marketplace. Our roadmap for this project is as follows. We aim to finish the marketplace operational model by October 2022. On FA2 corporate tokens, we will offer a live token price tool as well as royalty feature that we discussed earlier. We also aim to include direct and indirect taxes into our operating model and complete the cash flow management software until January 2023. To improve the user experience on our site, we will implement currency convergence through Coinbase. Following that, we will improve decentralized chatting by utilizing premium IPFS services. We'll also use cron jobs to automate the purchase and sale of FA2 business tokens until June 2023. We'll develop an advanced cap table management software and have a digital signature to legitimize safe contracts and other agreements. Finally, the question comes why we choose Tezos. Tezos is a proof of stake blockchain with the support of rapid innovations and cheaper gas fees. It works with far less energy and expenditure than any other proof of work blockchain, which makes it a viable alternative platform for developing green blockchain applications. Since energy efficiency is the most crucial component in bringing a platform as large as AngelList on chip, Tezos was the ideal choice. Let's now check out our website demo. Over to you, Nana.
So this is the working demo. Here you can see three categories. Firstly, we sign up as a startup in the name of Dragonglass. After signing up, we add the members of the company to allocate them with the company FA2 tokens. After all the members have been added to the company can raise a fund in the form of SAFE, SAFT, or direct ownership. Dragonglass can now be seen by the investors on the startup list page. On this page, the investor can send an offer to the chosen startup. Now, Dragonglass would be able to view the request in the chat room where both parties can chat and negotiate. After a successful negotiation, the investor will change the offer to the newly decided amount. This request with the changed parameters will be agreed upon by both parties and will be accepted by Dragonglass. Now the investor can track pending payments and sign an agreement to finalize the investment. After that, the investor can also view a dynamically generated PDF of the official agreement, which can be a safe SAFT or a direct ownership. This is the company's cap table where the company can check all the details related to its cap table. Dragon Glass can also pay their employees and vendors easily through our platform, while maintaining tags for what kind of payment it is. Finally, we have the Devil's List marketplace. Here, anyone can buy and sell a company's tokens. Here, the founder is selling his Dragon Glass FA2 tokens. When an interested buyer is found, the FA2 tokens are transferred to the buyer's account. Here you can see that these new tokens have been added to this new user. With this, I conclude my demo. Thank you for listening. Now we are open for any questions.
Very cool. I like it. Do you do any KYC on the users who are going to try and participate in rounds?
So right now, the accreditation happens by taking a fixed amount, but we will enable KYC in future.
Okay, because it's something to bear in mind that if you have un-KYC'd wallets in your round, that will be prohibitive if you want to raise future rounds from venture capital, for example.
Yes, that has been in my mind, and we are planning to do KYC in the future. For now, we just have a fixed amount so that no fake accounts can generate.
Cool. Yeah, it's a very good concept. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would like to add, right, that the KYC is very important, and there's also SEC and regulations over there to take care of, right? But otherwise, I think I really like what you're doing over here. Is there going to be a secondary market to create over here so that you provide liquidity for the investors? That would be an interesting add-on as well.
So it's not like a secondary market. This market has all the companies on our platform will have their own company tokens. So basically this provides an alternate way rather than to raise funds. They continuously are kind of getting funded in a way.
I understand. Okay, so another issue of most investors is the liquidity. So I think that if you add on this with the liquidity abilities, right, that would allow a lot of investors to be more gung-ho when they come into the platform to invest.
Okay, yeah. So as for now, we haven't done that. We can look into that in the future.
Yeah, so I think that it's worth maybe consulting with a lawyer or compliance people for sure. I mean, I'm based in Singapore, so to do this type of work in Singapore, you need a legal structure and potentially a license from the regulator to do this type of activity, even though it's fully crypto. But yeah, it's a good idea.
Okay, thanks for the feedback. Any other?
Any other questions? If not, this is the second last. So this is the last team will be Ankit, and he will be presenting for us on, let me just see. Ankit will be presenting to us on protocol and SDK development for NFT based okay.
Cool. Thanks, Brand. So I'll just start sharing my screen now. So is it visible?
Yes, it's fine. Yeah.
Cool.
So I'll start now. So hi, I'm Ankit, and I am going to present Auth FA2. So yeah, so what's the problem? So I felt that Auth needs a revamp, and for many reasons. And I will list the major ones now. Firstly, dependency on centralized system. So what if you want to watch a live streaming on Hotstar, but the FB Auth servers are down? Pretty much you are helpless. Or worse, what if FB has banned you? So FBNE has a reputation when it comes to banning. Second one is non-transferable. So what if you wish to transfer your credentials to your friends, but in the current setup, you just can't? And the third problem is non-tradable, which is on top of this non-transferable problem. So let's say if you wish to sell your credentials to your friend, but as of now, it's just not possible. So what's the solution? Well, it seemed like the perfect answer would be FA2 based auth, and I'm calling that Auth FA2. So without going into much intricacies, let me tell how it works. So it's very simple. Credentials are actually replaced by FA2 tokens, and traditional centralized auth servers are replaced by blockchain and smart contract. And the high level flow looks like this. A user, let's say, wants to access a protected resource, say a stream, which could be accessed only if he possesses the correct FA2 token. And let's say, assume he has it. So he just opens his app. The app asks him to sign a message with the wallet that contains that right FA2 token. He signs it and he is in. That's it. Let's dissect this further. So at the core, I have written a protocol. So this protocol is something that sets clear rules on how exactly auth processes would proceed. On top of this protocol, I have written SDKs so that a developer focuses on his app, on developing his app, and let the SDK handle the auth for him. And that's how he gets his app, which is using FA2 based auth. So this is the community version. SDK is free and available to all. But all are not devs. Some would want that somebody builds an app and then they could just use it. So this is where the revenue model comes in. So I have been researching about what all potential apps could be carved out of existing open source products and revenue out of it. So I am calling these apps as NAPAs, which is NFT auth powered applications. It could be a streaming NAPA built on top of, let's say, Owncast, or a doc management NAPA built on top of OwnCloud, and the possibilities are actually endless. So before I talk about the first NAPA that is already in the MVP stage, let's have a quick demo of a POC NAPA. So, okay. So this is the demo. So before I begin it, so this is just a plain streaming app, and it will let you watch the content only if you own the correct FA2 tokens. Also, you will notice that there is no fancy UI because I want you to focus on how powerful the Auth FA2 protocol and SDKs are. And I want to put it out clearly that UI or UX will always be the property of the underlying app for, let's say, the Owncast, and not Auth FA2 in general. So let's start from here. So this is the interface of how it looks. So it says that it looks like either your wallet is disconnected or you don't have the correct FA2 token. Let me just increase the quality. And amp up the playback speed. Okay. So now, cool. So now we went to our wallets, and you'll see that there is a good account, and then there are some random accounts. So good account is the one that is holding the correct FA2 token. So firstly, we will just check the bad path, which is like trying to sign in with the bad account. Okay, so here it's trying to connect the wallet and Tezos wallet. And then next, it tries to sign in, not with, okay, it's trying to sign in with a good account. It signs the message. And yes, we can see the stream. So this is how in reality it would work. So let's okay, so let's move to the next portion, coming back to the presentation. So, but why? So the question is why I chose streaming NAPA to start with. So why did I target the creator economy? So the primary reason is because of the huge and growing market. So as you can see that in the last 6 years, it has almost 7 or 8 times doubled. So that's the thing. And currently here, we are here. So currently, the first NAPA is actually a real streaming app like Twitch or YT Live. And as of today, I am building Owncast X. So it is on top of Owncast, which is an open source project and a self-hosted live video and web chat server for use with existing popular broadcasting software like OBS Studio and Streamlabs. And then the revenue model is that I'll be using NAPAs as SaaS. And the next thing that I'll be experimenting with is maybe white labeling. And this is how the roadmap looks like. Protocol is finalized, SDK is published, POC is there. I'm working on MVP with Owncast. And now the remaining thing is that we have to do more market research on more NAPAs and launch more NAPAs based on the research. And this was me, this was my time. So currently it's only me. I have graduated with a CS degree back in 2018 from IDD. And I've been doing full stack web apps, mobile DevOps testing, and a bit of SEO and social media marketing. Thank you.
Cool. I have a question, which is like, how do you deal with the possibility of people just passing tokens around in order to gain access rather than having them permanently?
Yeah, so I'm thinking of the wallets. So that's the core motive, right? That if we go back to our problem statement. So yeah, this was one of the problem statement that as of now, you cannot just transfer your credentials or you cannot trade it. But with this, you can actually trade it. So actually there is a system of, you can pass it to your friends. And that is actually possible by the, the very property of NFTs. So here we are not actually, restricting them to pass around. In fact, we are, motivating this, that if you don't have, let's say, use of certain credentials now, then you can just trade it off to someone else who needs it.
Quick question, would I be able to have multiple people allowed to access the same thing? Because considering that it's an FA2 token, does this mean that I can mint more and then after that distribute it as well?
Yeah, sure. So actually, you can actually mint multiple NFT tokens. And, like in the example itself, like I had minted 3 tokens, which were actually given to, let's say, 3 wallets. And all the people who have access to those 3 wallets can actually see the stream. So it's very much possible. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I think this is a very fantastic project.
Thank you. And yeah. So I want to conclude now, like, I believe we are early in the ecosystem. So the idea is to pick a niche, which is here, the Auth, build infrastructure support around this, which are, the Auth FA2 protocol and SDK, and then build applications for profit. Thank you.
Frank, over here, I think what you have is very interesting. So the central thing around your whole application is the SDK itself, which needs to be very, 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 very secure, right? I mean, and you're probably going to be a target of a lot of hackers who think that, well, if they go through your SDK, if they can break it up, then they can be able to access the different credentials behind. I have some friends who are doing similar things in the Web2 space, and they are really about the trying to make that SDK super robust. So if you need any help, I can look you up after this.
Yeah, so actually you'll be surprised to know that SDK is actually open source. So anyone can see the code. But the thing is, the security is not tied with a project being open source. So let's say a company is actually implementing this Auth, then they will be implementing this in their own secure server, protected by their own set of API keys and secrets. So this is how I think security should not be of a question here. But yeah, there's always a chance to improve further. Did I answer that, Frank?
Yeah. No, I'm getting more confused. So basically, you're leaving the security to each of the implementer, which means that they are individual points of failure.
No. So the thing is, they can just have the SDK, and when you initialize the SDK, you can actually have something called your own secrets, so which secures your entire Auth ecosystem. So that is the only thing. So as a company, you have to just make sure that the API secrets, which the norm, that you have to keep it super secure, and that's the only thing that that you need to do, and nothing else.
Okay, understand. Thank you for the clarification.
Okay, is there any other question from the judges? Any last questions? If not, we can move on to the closing statements. I would like to then after the closing statements, we will have a debrief for the judges, over how to actually to review the projects and grade on the projects in a private room. But first, let's invite Puvi and the judges to actually give their closing statements for TezAsia Hackathon. Yeah. So Puvi, please. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks, Brian. So today we had a brilliant display of projects. It was so good to see that within 2 months, people could build so much. So I just wanted to mention that although the projects that you have seen today, they have been closely they have been selected by the internal team and then presented to you. But there are a lot of other projects as well that maybe we'll share later somewhere on the socials, etc. And just wanted to mention that we'll continue our support for them as well, because the only reason they were not selected was because these were the best in, but they are also very good projects, and they can build something really great if we provide them the community support. Secondly, I would like to thank the team, like the entire Tezos India and TZAPAC team, because whatever you have seen today is not a one-man show. There are a lot of people involved, a lot of teams involved, and I understand that there's so much to and fro and hustle to pull this off and to have a very successful demo at the end, not just the demo, but in general, building projects, and there's a lot of ecosystem support. So thank you, everyone. Thanks, Tezos India team. Thank you, TZAPAC team. Thanks to all the mentors. I don't know if we have any here, but they have been really, really active. They have engaged with these developers, and one of the reasons that we could see some really, really good projects is because they were there. They were telling them from their experiences that what works, what doesn't work. And thank you so much. Thank you so much to all the instructors who were there to take live workshops. Like one of the person mentioned Lego team, so we had them as well this time. The first time we were always doing demo on SmartPy, but this time I think Lego team helped a lot of other people as well. So thank you so much. I don't know if Claude and Shu, these guys are here, but thank you so much for all the consistent support throughout the hackathon. Lastly, I won't take much time because I know that we are already overrun by a couple of minutes, like 15 minutes. But I just want to say one last thing, that this is just the beginning for all the developers. And just stay in touch with us. We are here to support you in all the ways, be it marketing, product strategy, grants, support, anything and everything. And no matter you win or not, this is just the beginning. And you guys are already you have already established yourself in the ecosystem. And let's move together from here. If judges have anything to comment on overall, then I would give them the stage. And if not, then Brian, maybe you can talk about how we are going to proceed from here, in terms of result declaration, etc. Thank you. And I hope everybody enjoyed the projects and liked the ideas.
Okay, yeah, any last comments from the judges? What do they think of all, in general, all the projects in this hackathon before we move on to the next step, which is it will be done privately inside a room to do assessments and the grading. Yeah.
Hi, Frederick from Access here. I think, this has been a very great event. We have seen a lot of, quite frankly, some of them very interesting projects, and it's very nice to see more use cases, right, from NFT and how it mixes into DeFi, or even a new way to see how we can trade NFTs on different NFT platform. And it's been a very exciting time, especially for to see so much participation to be on Tezos, and I'm happy to see a even wider ecosystem.
Yes, Frank over here. I think, yes, today was a very good evening spent looking at all these projects over here. I think there's a lot of great DeFi projects and also tools and wallets. I think they will really add value to the Tezos ecosystem. I look forward to more projects over the Tezos ecosystem in the future. Good job, guys.
Hi, yeah, thanks very much for the presentations. I was quite surprised that there was no sustainability themed project. It was very much DeFi, NFT, which is fine, but all very important. I think it's good to see more developer tools, making it easier for people to build apps on platforms, because also ultimately when you get more users on, you get more traction, you get a bigger network. But yeah, hopefully in the future we'll see more sustainability focused projects. That'd be good.
Okay, if there are no further comments, I would like to thank all the 10 teams that participate in this whole hackathon. In terms of presenting in the very last on the demo day itself, and like to thank all the judges as well for for being here, to take 2 hours of your time, 2 hours it's more than 2 hours of your time to actually to review and to and to see what kind of projects that we have on the Tezos blockchain itself. Before we actually go, I would like to do internal briefing for the judges here on how the grading or the review is going to work for the evaluation is going to work for all the 10 teams. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to bring you out into the breakout room now. I'm going to stop the recording as well. So I will also send you for all you guys the recording as well, and we also will post it on our social medias as well. So you can actually if you want to if you want to take a look at the whole demo day. So you can find it on our TD APAC channel. It will be on YouTube and Twitter as well. Okay, thank you.